Hello and welcome once again to the Hornby Magazine workshop, and in front of us today we have Sonic Models' brand new A5 462 tank. So Mike, we have here the brand new from Sonic Models debut ready to run 00 gauge locomotive, the Great Central A5 462 tank.
Definitely a really quite an unusual type of locomotive, so you don't see many 462 tanks around. Interestingly, the LNER inherited 4 different designs at the grouping in 1923, of which one of them was the Robinson Great Central design. 44 of these were built between 1911 and 1926, and they served mainly on passenger trains. They were occasionally seen on freights as well, and they saw service across actually quite a surprisingly amount of routes, actually, considering they were originally built for the Great Central rails.
So did they expanded out into the network?
Yeah, very much so. So they expanded beyond their original routes of the Great Central Railway network. They ended up operating on the Great Northern lines. They were seen in the North East as well, and they also operated around West Yorkshire as well.
So drilling down into the model, tell us a little bit about what Sonic Models have delivered here.
Right, so as you said, this is their very first 00 gauge ready to run locomotive. We've seen a couple of N gauge products come through from them so far. This one is, it's a lovely choice of model, actually, something that's never been done before. It's got all the usual features to expect from a top-end 00 gauge ready to run loco. So you've got an X18 decoder socket in it. You've got a factory-fitted 15x11 cube speaker as well in the bunker. It's got a nice, powerful 5-pole motor inside, as well as a flywheel and card and shaft drive to the centre axle. There's full cab interior detail. There's sprung buffers. Lovely runners as well. Actually, incredibly quiet, smooth runners, these two.
Lots of liveries too.
Yes, quite a lot of liveries. So they've gone right back to the beginning of the A5 story with the really rather nice Great Central green that's on the layout today. They've also modelled LNER lined green. There's LNER lined black as well. And then you've got both British Railways with early and late crests as well.
They've also incorporated some of the detailed differences between the various locomotives and subclasses.
Yeah, that's right. So there are a number of subclass differences with the A5 fleet. And even with these two samples we've got on the layout today, there's detailed differences between them. So it's things like, for example, the dome types on the two locos are different on these engines. We've also got extra arrangements on top of the boiler in front of the dome as well, whilst the cab is different on both locos as well. So originally when they were built, they had open side cabs, like the one in the Great Central livery, and later they had side window cabs as well.
So a bewildering number of differences actually for what is essentially a small class.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and there's still more. I mean, there's difference with coal rail numbers. So they have 5-rail and 3-rail coal rails. We've got different types of buffers and even different types of buffers at each end of these locos as well, which is quite interesting. Different smokebox door darts through their careers as well, and obviously the changes from the LNER era through to the BR era as well, with things like smokebox number plates going in.
So I suppose what we want to know really, how does it run?
Well, these actually run like sewing machines. I'm incredibly impressed with these. I mean, actually, when you take the chassis out of the body, it's quite surprising how little there is to the chassis physically. So much of the weight's coming from the locomotive itself, which uses a lot of die casting for the boiler and for the side tanks as well. So that gives the locos all the weight they need. Performance-wise, beautiful runners, just like silk watching them run around the layout. Plenty of haulage capacity as well. You could have up to 10 coaches behind one of these, which is more than enough.
Okay, so importantly, how much and where can you get them from?
Right, so they are priced at £149.95 each, and they're available exclusively through Rails of Sheffield. They're available to buy right now, but actually some versions have already sold through from this first batch.
Are they available DCC sound as well?
There is a DCC sound upgrade option. So Rails have got a sound decoder you can purchase from them for another £125 as well to add in your sound decoder.
And where can we read more about it?
Well, that's the most important question. So you can read the full feature and review about the A5s in the latest issue of Hornby Magazine. That's issue 191, our May 2023 issue. In there, we've got a full 4-page review of the model, and we've got the full class history there as well about these wonderful locomotives. Plus, you can see more online at keymodel world.com, including our latest videos.